Of course, you remember we were here some times back, and then they said that they did not come. That was something that was a hoax, according to them at that time. And I'm being told that they have been in courts. At first they went to Kiambu, supposed to get an order, which they did not get. Then they came to the court here in Nairobi, and I'm told they did not get orders. The lawyer here, Danstan Omari, was there in court, and I'm told the media was also present when they were denied an order, and the matter is supposed to be heard on the 7th of next month. But then here they're pretending to say that they have an order. We don't know where they got that other order, and why they hurry, why they should come in spite of the fact that they did not get an order from the courts. But most importantly is that these police are operating very much like in the Nyayo times. They say that the more the things change, the more they remain the same. We are seeing actually an invention of Nyayo era here. Police acting with impunity. And they actually been supported by the Directorate of Public Prosecution. I think that the DPP should be waiting for the police to carry out investigations and then take evidence to the DPP, which then he should examine and see if this merits prosecution. But in a situation where the office of DPP is working again with the police in doing investigations, is actually untenable. But what we want to say is that we are actually going back to a police state as a country. I don't think that Fred Matiangi need to be treated as a criminal in this country. Remember, they said that, they are investigating, I don't know, a case of land in Waraka, but they are not reached a stage where they required Matiangi to record a statement. That's what they said the other time. What is the urgency over this issue? Why should somebody who has been in charge of internal security in a country just up 6 months ago be seen as a very big criminal who should be prosecuted? This is actually persecution. But to add insult to injury, another matter, just today you've also seen a case where police again are being used to try to interfere with a political party. You know that some other members of a party, Jubilee, actually defected to Kenya Kwanza. And they say that they are no longer going to be part of Azimio coalition. And then now the same people went and said that they are taking over. They sent letters to registrar of political parties. The registrar of political parties just said that according to her the meeting was properly convened. But that matter itself has not yet been concluded because the other party, the official, the bona fide officials of the party have not been given a chance to be heard. But today the police officers went with these people and invaded the headquarters of Jubilee party and they took over the offices there. Meaning that actually they're trying to destroy Jubilee so that Jubilee can be consumed by Kenya Kwanza. This is basically an intention of taking this country back to a single-party dictatorship. This is what we are seeing here. That they want to undermine the opposition, kill the opposition, so that they create one monolith, Mama na Baba. This is basically where we are going to. And this country is in serious danger of starting back to a single-party dictatorship.
Thank you very much. Have you been able to talk to Fred Matiangi, and is he safe?
I've not talked to Fred. I'm going to try to reach him later on after this. I'm going to try to reach him up after this, but I want him to actually stand strong. We've seen these things before. We've traveled this road before. Ultimately, the will of the people of Kenya will prevail. Where we are going through some very uncharted waters, with a dangerous situation in this country. But I'm saying that Kenyans must stand firm against intimidation and blackmail by those who are in office, in power. The people's power must prevail at this moment in time. But this country also needs a prayer. They have been praying supposedly for the economic situation in the country, peace and so on. We need more prayers. And we are going to convene as Azimio a prayer meeting sometimes next week. We are going to convene a prayer meeting in the Banji Gardens next week, and we are going to talk about that tomorrow. But for now, I just want to say that people of Kenya must remain firm. These people are trying to sanitize a lost election. An electoral theft is being sanitized, and they will begin already to use strong-hand tactics to intimidate and blackmail the people of this country. We will not take it lying down.
And today is Fred Matiangi, and he's dominated headlines over the last week. Would you have any intelligence or information that maybe who else could be of interest to the security apparatus of the country? I'm
not aware. I don't have any information. Of course, they have been jumping up and down, blaming and blackmailing people all over the place, that they are going to take actions against people and so on. We just want to tell them, bring it on. Bring it on. If you want it, we will prepare to. We are prepared to die in defense of the gains which have been made by the people of Kenya at a great cost. We will not allow this country to slide back to a single-party, one-man dictatorship in the name of God, because all the time they're talking about the Bible, and they are being fronted by very fake religious leaders. The Bible is actually being abused in order to sanitize dictatorship. It is very unfortunate. Most of our religious leaders have actually completely lost it. They have been consumed, and they're actually mostly being bought in order to try to sanitize a very, very unhealthy political development.
Honorable, if you think this is political, why do you think they're targeting Matiangi so much?
I think your guess is as good as mine. I don't know why, but they are basically trying to get most of the people with whom they were in government. They have some grudges against them, but I really don't know. They're acting actually in a very strange way. Just in order to punish Matiangi, you can see that in the appointment of 51 principal secretaries, they did not appoint a single person from the Kisii community. They did not appoint in a single person from a Kisii community. Again, even in the cabinet, of course, they appointed one person only. And then when you again come to now the Solicitor General, they are replacing one Kisii with another Kisii. In other words, there's no gain. So they're actually targeting, they're punishing a whole community, basically because of one person. We don't really understand why this is happening.
If as a leader of Azimio, maybe the actions that you're going to take to end this?
Of course, we as Azimio, we must defend the rights of every Kenyan and the right of every Kenyan community. We want an equal society. We don't want a society where some people are more equal than others. We have seen that this regime is discriminating against other communities in the country. If you have, you're appointing principal secretaries and 50% are just from a community against the others, of course you're discriminating. But these other communities also pay taxes. Taxes are paid by all communities in this country equally. But when you're now doing appointment, you look at appointment in parastatals since they started, do that analysis. Go and look at procurement officers. Out of 32 procurement officers, 18 are from one community. The other 4 communities share the remaining 14. The rest of the country do not have a single one. So 32 procurement officers are shared by 5 communities, but one community alone has got 18 officers. This is what we're being told. Oh, Kenya Kwanza is looking at everybody equally. We want to ensure that the country is united and so on. There's a big disconnect between rhetorics and the reality of from this government.
You have accessed Dr. Fred Matiangi's home. What have you assessed in your access to his home?
It's a very unfortunate situation, a very sorry state of affairs here. People here are traumatized, are terrorized, as if a big crime has been committed here. So Matiangi is now being treated as a criminal, a wanted criminal, but without any reason being given for doing this. When we came here last time, they denied that even they intended to come here. Now they even now threatened, they said they want footage and so on. But now again they are coming back to harass. Just a few days later, what is it that Matiangi has done? If you have evidence, you want to prosecute Matiangi, go to court. Come up with your evidence. But you're trying to manufacture evidence so that you can find somebody guilty. This is something that is really unacceptable. And this is something that our people should not allow to continue. It's harassment of an individual who has given service to this country.